Co-main event time, right? Light heavyweights. Ryan Spann, Ion Cuțelaba. Yeah. This is an interesting one because Cuțelaba is one of the gamest fighters that you'll find on the UFC roster. Like, he's trying to fight at the face-off, at the weigh-in. Like, he's a maniac. But I've always felt like he's kind of a bit undersized for light heavyweight. Like 6'1", 75-inch reach. I could quite easily see him as a middleweight. And then when you saw Ryan Spann against Anthony Smith, I know he lost that fight, but he looked massive.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether Cuțelaba is going to be able to bully Ryan Spann like he has been, or like he does other people, or at least like he tries to.
It's funny because I thought the Spann-Smith fight, I thought Smith looked like the bigger guy. And then I was like, but Spann's 6'5".
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
both huge guys.
Anthony Smith is a big dude. He's 6'4".
Mm. But he's back and he just looked huge in that fight.
And Spann's got that kind of stalking style where like he just doesn't seem like he's phased by anything at all. I could see him just being able to outlast Cuțelaba's enthusiasm. He's going to keep having these bursts where he gets a bit wild, and Spann's going to be able to cover and cover. I think he's going to be able to stuff his takedowns, and I think if he's able to start flustering Cuțelaba against the fence, he'll get that level change, and then Spann's got that really nice guillotine that he uses. I mean, long arms, he's got a 4-inch reach advantage. He gets underneath and then he like cup and saucers his hand and drives his forearm into the side of their neck. I could easily see Ryan Spann winning this one by guillotine in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it playing out quite easily in that way.
I thought he might even win by knockout as well. Thought they might, because he's got good like clean boxing as well, Spann.
Yep.
I can see Cuțelaba just crashing in.
Yeah.
Like looping shots like really recklessly, and Spann just catches him.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Yeah, he caught Serkinov clean a couple of times before he was that finished on the floor, and the Nogueira one, that was a nice finish as well. Yeah, I think this is Ryan Spann's fight to lose, to be honest. I mean, as far as his like height and reach, he's got 4-inch height and a 4-inch reach advantage. He's got 11 wins by sub, and he's able to find that guillotine quite consistently. And Cuțelaba's got 12 stoppages on his record out of 16 fights, but then he does put himself at harm's way quite a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think Cuțelaba, I've always kind of felt like he's the Mershaw. He kind of hits the top of the division and is like, not quite, like he did with Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Like he might have been able to get him in that fight had his game not been rumbled by the referee and him, kind of like playing possum a little bit. But I just think he either starts really, really fast and he's overly aggressive and he overwhelms people like we've seen him do several times, or it just doesn't work and then all of a sudden he's dealing with this 6'5" monster that's walking him down and just punching his face off, and then he level changes into a guillotine. I fully expect Ryan Spann to guillotine him here. Yeah,
I think, I definitely see Ryan Spann for the win. I think he's a lot more like calculated as well.
Yeah.
Like, and Cuțelaba's a bit of a loose cannon.
The biggest question is, will he paint himself green for the weigh-in or not? That must take him fucking ages.
Yeah, no,
honestly.
I was thinking that.
It must take him ages. I did it to myself once. I painted myself like a dark blue colour, and I went all the way. Like I went all inside my ears and everything. It took ages to fucking wash it all off. Ages. It was ridiculous.
I was thinking you get like one arm done, and you're like, you still got 95% of your body to go.
You're like, no, I'll just leave it as one arm. I'm just having a quick look at the stats of these two guys. So Cuțelaba's got a higher strikes landed per minute, a lower striking accuracy, higher takedown average. Again, I think he's level changing into that guillotine. But then Ryan Spann's got 60% takedown defense as well as 1.6 submission average. I'm looking to try and convince myself of something else here. I think Ryan Spann's going to guillotine him in the first round.
Yeah, but it's interesting because this is light heavyweight below the main event as well. So maybe one of these guys probably fight the loser of this fight. The main event. Or...
Yeah. Well, Ryan Spann's at 13 at the moment.
Right.
And Cuțelaba's not ranked. So, I mean, this is an opportunity for Cuțelaba to get into the top 15. I just don't see it happening. I mean, you look at all the guys above him as well. Even like the smaller guys like Krylov, he's like 6'3". Like look at the guys. I mean, Johnny Walker, Paul Craig, Dominic Reyes. Like, they're all fucking huge. Anthony Smith, 6'4". I just feel like Cuțelaba's he's naturally a middleweight that just doesn't cut. It's not like he's not in bad shape. He's not in bad shape, but he's just, I don't know whether physically he's gonna stumble when it gets towards the top. Maybe not. We'll see.
I think Spann's got a pretty good chance of getting into that top part of the division.
Yeah.
Like, I think his fight against Anthony Smith was probably a little bit too much of a step for him at that point.
Yeah.
But I think if he gets a win here and maybe like a couple more, he'll probably be close to getting to that title shot even, maybe.
Yeah, I can see there's some fights up here. He could have success against. I won't mind seeing him in there against someone like an Özdemir or a Nikita Krylov.
Yeah.
I mean,
him and Jamal.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one. I mean, it's like he stumbled against top 10. Serkinov's a good win. Sam Alvey, as we know, is tough, but he's most likely a middleweight. Devin Clark just doesn't like fighting. I'll say it over and over again. Like, he was turning his back in that fight. He was running away from Ryan Spann, turning his back. It was quite clear he didn't want to be there. Yeah, it's a good one. I just think Ryan Spann's too much for him.
Yeah,
I think
same.
You're right. I think he's got that top 5 potential. And Cuțelaba's he's just always undersized and a bit over enthusiastic.